the new Ridgid 22-inch Pro Modular Clear Lid Organizer. Super glad they came out with this because I have been storing all my stuff in these Stanley cases, which they work fine for what I need them to. They're not very durable. These little clasps here on the side, I've had a couple of them break. But I mean, these work, and they're, you know, cheaper priced. But they do not plug into my modular Ridgid system, which I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I've got like 11 of these cases. And they've served me really well. They've fallen out of the back of my truck going 60 miles an hour, and the cases have broken in the part where they hit the concrete. But the tools inside were perfectly fine, and the case held together except for the crack. So I've been very pleased with their durability, the times when I've had to leave them out in the rain, no water getting inside the cases. Yeah, they have worked really well to store a variety of tools. Now with these clear lid organizers and my dog, say hello, Ella. This really just is a great offering for those longer items. That's mainly why I'm so glad that they made these, is because now I can stick brad nails, a bottle of oil, heck, we can even stick a 6 amp hour battery in there. Well, forget that, let's stick a 9 amp hour. Remove the marker here. Okay, even a 9 amp hour battery will fit in there. It squishes out the side a little bit, but this thing still closes, locks, seals just fine, even with a big old 9 amp hour. So these are good large bins that they've got, and if you want to keep them smaller, they've got the little dividers that go there. I took the other 2 dividers out of this other case and stuck them into here because I needed longer bins. That was kind of the big problem I've been having with all my nail gun nails, my brad nails specifically, because the 16 gauge nails, well, they come kind of cut in half. But the brad nails, they're long ricks. So, and the staples. So I needed the bins to be able to fit all of those into there. So now it's all nice and organized, and super happy about that, because I've been lugging them around just as they were. It holds everything nice and tight into it. Kind of go upside down here. It gets pretty heavy when you load it down with as much nails as I've got in there, but not unbearable. And it fits right on top of my wheeled Pro Box, so no problem there. As far as the bin sizes, they're all interchangeable. These all go in there, those all go in there. Also, these large bins, you could stick them, at least stick one, plus a small bin into your standard organizer, and it closes, shuts just fine. So they are identically sized and interchangeable among all their Pro organizer boxes, unless you've got a bunch of bits in the way. Which, see right there, that's what I'm talking about. Those are too long. They do not fit into these small bins and allow it to close. Now, with these long bins, I can stick stuff like that into these long bins, which maybe the next time I buy one of these Ridgid Pro things, that's what I'll do. I'll stick all those long bits that don't have a case into there. Because that's really been the problem, is these bins are nice and deep, but they're just not long enough. So hopefully they're going to be offering more of these large, I don't know, maybe they should offer them just for sale individually, like a 5-pack or a 6-pack or something for $10. I don't know. I'd buy them, that's for certain. I'd probably replace all of these small bins with the large ones. In my garage, I've got like 20 of these bins that I've taken out of these cases to make room, all just stacked. Anybody wants some, I've got them. Let's see, another thing I wanted to show you was little pieces. Okay, so down inside there I've got some little tiny washers, little lock washers, little flat washers. These things are tiny, very thin. And I've got a bunch of these Stanley organizers, and they escape right out of them. Why? Because these Ridgid bins have these nice recessed little panels. Okay, they actually go down into the bin creating a pretty nice seal around the top so little things can't escape. Little things still can escape because it's not like super suction down tight, but it's not as likely to happen as with a case that's like this. These just have these little indents. You can see them in the top. So that's it. It's just flat across here with these indents to keep these things from moving around. Which I like these little Stanley cases because they're cheap. And, you know, they do a good job of keeping big stuff where it's supposed to go. Nails, bolts, you know, and the random oddity of assortment of stuff. But, yeah, they just do not hold as much stuff as these Ridgid do. I mean, if you look at the width of this, or whatever, length, you see they're about 5 inches longer than this case. But the biggest improvement on these is that this handle takes up like 2 bins worth of space, whereas the Ridgid has the little fold-down handle, so it doesn't take as much space up. They're pretty much identical in their depth, or once again, whether you want to call that width. You see they're like the exact same width here, but the length is different. The depth, as far as the depth of the bins, you can see is maybe an inch. Yeah, something like that. Maybe an inch. This is an inch taller. So, anyways, a lot more space. The bins are larger. The large bins are larger than the large bins inside the Stanley, and all of these fit on my modular Pro Box series. Okay, so back to the little pieces. Let's flip this over. I'll lock this down, and let's do a shake test. Look away if you get seasick. All right. There's one little washer guy. Okay, he's jumping the fence. Get back in there. Alright, so, did a pretty good job. No, he didn't make it over. Doesn't look like any of them. Nope. None of them made it out. Let's see. Oh, that's just junk. Yeah, so one little washer, after that shakedown test, made it up onto the edge, but it didn't even climb into the other bin. So this is a pretty good box, even for little tiny pieces, because of the way they did the indentions on the lid. So yeah, happy. And hoping, Ridgid, if you can hear me, please make a sliding drawer organizer. That would be really awesome. And make it big. Don't make it so that all you can fit into it is some wrenches. Because you see over here, I had to build my own. Got all these boxes that sit up here, and I just want to grab a tool out of them. So I've got my little 24-inch ball bearing drawer slides, so I can get out stuff. But it'd be so nice if I could fit something like a drill, an oscillating tool, whatever, the thickness of an actual power tool into a bin. I would buy them. I would definitely buy them, because a lot of times I just need to pull out 1 or 2 tools and just take it in with me instead of the whole case, or just quickly pull it out and do something. So yeah, that's the next thing I'm hoping Ridgid comes out with, because these are great boxes, and yeah, looking forward to more.